All right, cool. So, welcome to Haight Street Voice Radio. I'm in the Doolin Larson building. Thank you, SF Heritage, for my radio in residency. Welcome, Peterson. I'm going to close this window, but I just love seeing that sign. It's like I can almost touch the thing, you know? But here we go. Hey, people, peace. Have a good trip, everybody. All right.
I love that. Yeah.
Welcome, man.
Yeah.
Well, so I'm so happy you're up here finally.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you're welcome. So this is Peterson Harter. He
What's
runs
up?
Sandy's Mufaletta or Muffaletta?
It's controversial.
Okay.
We don't
Muffs?
make a traditional one, so we don't say it traditionally. I say Mufalettas.
Okay, and being original, you're talking about being. Let's talk about your history. You're from Louisiana, correct?
From New Orleans originally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
From
born
New
in
Orleans, straight
yeah.
up.
Yeah. But
Wow.
I've lived all over the country. My dad was in the military, so we moved around a lot. But New Orleans is always going to be my home.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you always a cook? Or sandwich
I don't think I
guy?
really had a choice in this. My mom was the cook. She went to Le Cordon Bleu in Paris back in 1976, I think.
Wow.
Late 70s.
Cordon Bleu, people.
Yeah,
saying
came
it.
back, started teaching kids how to cook in New Orleans, like had her own little like cooking school, and then all the parents got jealous and they wanted to be able to like learn how to cook from her as well.
Wow.
So she opened up her own cooking school in New Orleans.
What's your mama's name?
Bettina Lee Barnes, but she went by Lee.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Bettina.
Bettina Lee Barnes. Well, it was my grandmother's name.
I was going to say, it's so
yeah,
southern.
it was a family name. Yeah,
So
very southern name.
That's beautiful.
Um,
And may she rest in peace. I know you.
yeah, so she passed away when I was 8 years old, and I
Right.
kind of like picked up the torch in high school. And like I said, I don't think I ever really had a choice.
Wow.
The crazy thing is, we actually got the keys to Sandy's 30 years the day that she passed away.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was just kind of like I told you, it was just I had no choice in the matter. It was just, this is what I had to do.
Yeah. So tell me. So basically, the folks that are in radio land or TV land or wherever we are.
Yeah.
How did you get this location? How long were you envisioning this? How did it all come about? Because you've only been there, what, 2 years now?
Yeah, 2.5 years now.
Okay.
So, I mean, we started selling sandwiches in our apartment 2 blocks up the street from where we are now.
You and
this
your
is
lady,
my business partner.
Yeah, your business partner.
So, we were doing that, popping up for 2 years, and then I think we finally got to a point where we felt comfortable, like, hey, I think we can actually bring this thing to the next level, get a brick and mortar. And honestly, when I first started looking, I wasn't even looking on Haight Street.
Oh.
It wasn't even like somewhere I'd imagined at the time. And we were looking all over the city, and we found a spot, and it fell through. And that next day, I was walking down the street and saw that spot for lease, and it just hit me.
Wow.
Yeah, I got to go see it, saw the windows in there and how open it was, and I just like knew. I was like, this is the spot.
I'm totally spacing. What was it before that?
I think it was Panini Cafe, but it had been closed.
Oh, yeah,
like
it was the
2019.
panini joint.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it seems like sandwiches. There's ghosts of sandwiches in there. Or
It was
something.
just the spot. Yeah, it was just the spot. We knew. I mean, it was just like one of those things where some things just happen.
Yeah.
And you roll with it.
I mean, the Counterculture Museum, same kind of thing. Jerry walked by and they do the Beat Museum, and shout out to the Beat Museum and the Counterculture Museum.
Yeah.
But, you know, he drove by and it's like, oh my God. And
That's the
boom.
spot. Yeah. Sometimes
There.
things just fall into place like that, and you just have to trust the universe that it's happening for a reason.
Yeah. Yes. I love that. Synchronicity, quantum physics, all about that stuff. Let me ask you this. When you came, you were saying earlier when I was giving you a little quick tour of the joint that New Orleans and San Francisco, or at least the Haight-Ashbury, have a lot of parallels. Can you talk about
they do.
that?
I mean, you think about the music history of Haight Street, and like what is New Orleans known for besides food is like the music culture. And so I think that is a big draw for me. And I think a lot of it too is like the aesthetics. Like you look at some of the buildings, and I think especially in the neighborhoods, you see a lot of parallels and like a lot of similarities and the architecture. And you know, across the street when you have the legs hanging out the window, for me, I'm like, I'm back on Bourbon Street. Like I like look at those every day, and I'm like, I'm home. You know,
so
and in both ways, because like San Francisco is like my home.
Yeah.
But it really makes me feel like I'm back in New Orleans too.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of the cooler, foggier weather.
A little bit cooler.
Dig that.
I could use some heat.
Okay.
I like to sweat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah. But
He likes sweat, people.
I like to sweat. I like being hot. But no, I think it's been such an incredible experience because we've been like welcomed by the community, and I think we're starting to see a little bit of that Haight Street vibe come back. You know, since I've been here, you know, I've lived in the neighborhood for about 4 years now, and just
Did you land when you came straight from New York? Sorry to interrupt.
No, so we lived up the street for about a year before we started Sandy's. So
but I mean, did you first, when you first landed, as a place to live?
Oh, in San Francisco?
Yeah.
No, I lived all over.
Okay.
I mean, I've lived in Noe Valley. I lived in the Presidio. I lived out in Outer Sunset.
Okay.
But this is like I feel most at home in this place.
And we love having you
Yeah.
here.
Thank you. I love being here. Yeah.
Yay.
It's such an incredible community, and that's been such a big aspect of what we do outside of like selling sandwiches, like building community.
Yeah.
And like I feel like such a part of the community here.
It's really huge. It's
Yeah,
so important.
it is.
And the way the country is so, we all know what's going on there.
Yeah, it's just nice to be able to like talk to people and support them if they need it, and vice versa. If they can support you, they will, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and I noticed when we were coming into the building just now, you were talking to one of those whatever street kids, houseless people.
I like to call them homies.
Homies, right? And that's so beautiful. I mean, literally like sweet. Like you're just, hey, buddy. Not like that whole.
No, we're all here to take care of each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we can be adults and talk about it if something's going on. Like, yeah.
Good and bad. There's been some weird stuff happen.
Always.
Always.
Yeah.
Again.
I mean, from New Orleans, I'm used to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this has been a great neighborhood. I mean, I feel like we've been really welcomed and like we're growing. And I think one of the cool things is to see the growth of Haight Street, because like during the pandemic, it definitely felt like it had some rough times.
Yeah.
And now it's like really coming up. So there's like some new restaurants that have been opening up, and it's like, it feels like it's coming back to the people that live here. So there's like restaurants that are opening up for the people that live here, and like Club Deluxe is going to be opening
I know.
up.
I was just going to say.
They closed down right when we opened.
I'm so stoked.
Like right when we opened, they were closing down, and I'm like, I never got that experience of being like, this is my local spot.
They're probably the cover story for the fall edition. That's a little inside story there, but I love that. Yeah. I mean, the guy that was the bartender, Christopher.
Yeah.
When it closed, people kept saying, "Why did you close? When's it going to reopen?" And he got so tired of people asking. He was like, "I'm going to open it again."
Yeah.
So
and he comes in all the time, and I'm like, "What do you need from me? What can we do to help you?" Because it's like that's how you do it. You lift up your community, and like
absolutely.
And it's bringing the music back to Haight Street, which I feel like is the thing that's like been missing for a little bit.
Huge. Yeah. And I guess O'Reilly's that used to be Milk Bar, they've been doing some music there. They've been really supportive. And thank you, O'Reilly's, for I was like, another Irish bar, but you know what? That was bad on me because
yeah, I mean, well, once again, talking about the country is we have preconceived notions about things, and still we try it and go out there and talk and see what's going on, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Right.
Yeah, formulate your own opinion.
Yeah. So how was it doing, speaking of music, how was it doing the Dead & Co. 3-day run here in Golden Gate Park?
The Dead & Co. 3-day run was so much fun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just being out there and just seeing everybody and just how mellow everything was in like such a great way. And like, I'm working, but I'm just sitting there listening to like Billy Strings and the Dead, or like Sturgill and the Dead, or Trey and the Dead. And it was just like, honestly, it was incredible. I felt like I was at summer camp. I'm hanging out with friends. I mean, that's what we call it, Sandy Summer Camp, because it's just a bunch of friends that get together, listen to music. And it was...
Yeah, I saw you Friday night. I was a little lit up, and I was like, I need a Mufaletta.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Scotty.
I think at some point it was funny because I was getting worried because, we definitely like have some fun, and like I was like worried about it, and then I was like looking at the crowd and I was like, oh no, we're okay. I was like, whatever I'm doing, I'm sure everybody else is a little bit further along than I am, and they were, and that was the point of it.
That's beautiful though that you're doing it. I mean, is it hard to get? I mean, you've been invited to be there. You also did,
we've done it for so many years now.
Outside Lands?
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was like one of the things with Outside Lands is like we applied 4 years ago, and just was like, let the universe decide. So if they say yes, we'll do it. If they say no, then that's fine. And we were actually in New Orleans when we found out that we got in. Wow. Like I still remember the coffee shop I was at, just sitting outside, got the call, and it was. Wow. And it's been 4 years now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you having a beignet?
No, I wasn't actually. I only go to one place for beignets. Well, two places for beignets, and that was not one of them.
Have you ever thought of having them over there?
No, we don't have those.
We
can't we can't cook. We don't have like a vent hood, so we can't fry stuff like that.
But you make a damn good Mufaletta.
We do. Yeah. So. I mean, everything we do, it's like very small and simple. But no, I think going back to the Dead.
Yeah.
Not only the experience there, but seeing like the energy in the city. Not even just. I mean, there was a ton of people on Haight Street, but just seeing the energy in the city was just like amazing because everybody's just here, spending money, having a great time. Like, I don't think I heard of any like major issues from this crowd coming in, which is just like, that's all you can ask for is people to come into town and see how amazing this city is. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah. And the psychedelic lights they put everywhere. That was awesome. I think was it Coit Tower? Or they just it was great. City Hall was all tie-dyed.
I mean, I didn't get to leave that area, so I didn't get to see anything else. I just got to see the people. It was just like, it was just such a, like, I think when you see that, you're like, when people think about San Francisco, for me, I'm like, it has the potential to be one of the greatest cities in the world. Yeah. And when you have events like that, you're like seeing glimpses of, you're like, oh, there it is. Yeah. Like that's it right there.
I'll tell you what, I'm from here.
Yeah.
And like I said enough with the hippie shit and moved to New York, but I came back clearly. I used to live on the corner. But anyway, to this day, I still think this place is just I'm still mind blown.
Yeah.
The Golden Gate Bridge blows my mind every time I drive
Every
across.
time. It never gets old.
Like, wow.
I mean, but all of those things.
And hearing the foghorns late at
oh
night.
my God. You go to the Palace of Fine Arts on a foggy night and the foghorns are going off. You're like, am I in the 20s? Am I in the 30s? Like it could be at any time.
Yeah,
and
it's like Sam Spade.
It's timeless.
Yeah,
I love it.
But
that's
New
what the
Orleans
city
has
is.
that.
Oh, yeah.
It's timeless.
It's a little bit darker of an energy.
Yeah.
You know, it definitely has that timeless, but it's got a lot of old energy there, I feel like.
Way older than
Yeah.
here. We're babies.
Oh, yeah.
We're babies.
Yeah,
out
it's
here.
got some weird energy down there, but I mean that in like a great way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Well, this is the Wild West. This is where all the
Yeah.
kooks, like my grandmother came here in a covered wagon from
Really?
Texas to, all the kooks came
Yeah.
out here. You
Well,
know,
there's
all the
opportunists too.
pioneers.
Yeah. Well, it's the people that was like, hey, there's nothing there. I mean, there's something here, but like, yeah, they were all taking a chance and like, yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I was just going to do a shout out to the Ohlone tribe, which I
Yeah.
put in my magazine because everybody that was coming out here for the Dead and Co. and for Outside Lands and for Hardly Strictly and all
Yeah.
of that, we really have to honor. I feel like it's really important to honor that this is their land.
Yeah.
Really, you
Yeah,
know?
for sure.
I mean, have a great time. But,
Yeah.
You know, don't litter, clearly, you know, like, and just be aware, like, wow, this is a magical,
Yeah.
special, sacred territory.
I will say, I know this is like a little side note, but you're like talking about not littering. And I will say one of the things that I've seen with San Francisco, and I wish we could do a little bit better of a job, is like, I feel like we've kind of lost that progressive side of being like a little bit cleaner of a city. And I think the mayor's doing a good job of cleaning it up, but just being a little bit more conscientious of it. Like that's a big thing, a focal point for me at the shop is like, you look at our trash bag at the end of the night, it's tiny.
Yeah.
But like you look
I
at our
love that.
compost bin and recycle, it's like full.
It's really
And
important,
it's
and this is the Haight Street Voice. It's important to
It's important.
talk about that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
I
And
think it's just
I
like
have a
making
pet-
sure that we
yeah.
remember that.
I have a pet peeve about,
Yeah.
even though I've smoked here and there, it's like
Yeah.
cigarette butts. I saw a baby bird with a
Oh.
little butt in
Yeah.
its mouth. It's not about, oh, look how dirty it is. I mean, that sucks too, but it's just not, it's not good.
No, when I smoke, if I'm done and I don't have anywhere to put it, it's going right back in the
Pocket.
pack and I'll just wait.
Yeah.
And I mean, it still goes in a landfill, so that's something that needs to be addressed. But yeah, just that's one thing that my not one gripe, but like it's a big deal to me. Just like being aware of that, and I wish we were like a little bit more conscientious about that as a city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear that, y'all?
But I mean, it's better
It's
than
not
New
that
Orleans
hard.
where they barely recycle. So
It's really not that hard.
It's not that hard.
And you know what else isn't hard? Don't be an asshole. Like, just be nice.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I'm gonna push back. I'm gonna push back on that. I don't know. It's hard to not be an asshole.
I mean,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
be nice. Just say hello.
people
Like,
need to do work on themselves. You know.
just like, if you're in a bad mood or whatever, that's okay. We all get in shitty moods. But you don't have to throw it on other people.
Yeah.
You don't have to, and just.
Or just understand that like maybe people are in a different place than you, and like it's okay. You know, we've all been in those places.
Absolutely.
And it sucks when you're in that place. And like I've been an asshole when I'm in that place, but I'm trying to do the work to recognize it and not be there. Or you know, at the shop, I think one of the things that I really appreciate and this is just like a me thing, but like when I talk to somebody and they come in and I ask them how their day is, like I actually genuinely want to know.
Yeah.
So if they're like, it's not that, I'm like, what's up?
Yeah.
Like what's going on? And it doesn't take much. Once again, it's like, how are you doing today?
Right.
And like seeing that person being seen, and like people appreciate being seen.
And if they're having a shitty day, just you doing that makes that a little less shitty.
Or just like
Pardon my
recognizing it.
French.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think it's like seeing other people, and it's just like, oh, you're having a shitty day. Like is everything cool?
Yeah.
Or being like, yeah, like you got to have those to have the good days too. You know, like
Yeah.
just recognizing that.
Yeah.
Once again, it doesn't take much to have that human interaction.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Say hello to especially in this neighborhood. It's
Yeah.
so fun.
Yeah,
It's
it
fun.
is.
Hey, Linda. Hey, I love you.
Oh my
All
God,
everybody
I love it.
Go out to get some milk, and it takes me like my friend wants to write a book.
Yeah.
4 blocks in 2 days.
I love that. But that's like the best part about it. Like every now and then, you know, Scooter or Scott, he'll be like crossing the street, and I'm like, "Hey, old man, do you need help?" And people be like looking at me because I'm like yelling at him, and he's just like, "Fuck you." I'm just like, but I love those interactions. It's like so much fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it's fun when people like you can see that and they kind of like smile a little bit because you're like,
yeah,
oh man,
exactly.
this is
neutral.
like,
It's kind of
yeah,
wow, those people are being goofy. That makes me feel a little
this
less.
is cool. It feels like you're in like a neighborhood.
Yeah. That's so cool.
Yeah.
So you're also doing Hardly Strictly Bluegrass,
We're
right?
doing Hardly Strictly. This will be our 4th year doing that as well.
I'm going to try and get Emmylou Harris up here in the hot seat.
Yeah, you should definitely
I'm
do
just
that.
trying to get, or String Cheesed Incident.
They're playing too?
Yeah.
Oh man.
This is their wheelhouse.
I think you could definitely turn this into like a little like music, like it's kind of like a
Tiny
NPR
Desk?
Tiny Desk.
Tiny Desk?
Yeah. Yeah, and have like the Haight Street spin on it. Yeah.
Well, we're aiming for
we've
that.
been talking about this.
We're aiming for that. I occupy this space, radio in residency, through the end of the year.
Yeah.
And I don't want to, but there's talk of maybe it going to the ground floor.
Yeah.
Like where people walk by and they're like, "What's going on?" It says on the air.
Yeah.
And that's my fantasy. That's my dream. It's not far fetched, but it's a possibility.
Yeah, but you have to have those dreams, otherwise you're never gonna get there. And like what you're trying to do is bring that sense of community and that like history of music back to Haight Street.
Absolutely.
And like that's what we need. Like we need more stuff like this.
Music, community, art. Young, old, all the stuff. It's not just about the history of this place. It's about where are we going.
Yeah. And it's like just being real and like trying to have a life and experience it and, maybe be a little weird too in that process.
Gotta be weird.
Gotta be weird.
And no shoes apparently is the,
no shoes, big feet. Yeah.
Hey man, thanks for being here, Peterson.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Any last words? Oh, what do you want to say to the Haight Street Voice is hyper local with a global perspective.
Yeah.
So what would you like to say to the Haight community as well as communities the world over?
I think support the Haight. Like come out, support the people that are here, say hi to your neighbors, get to know them. It's like I love when I walk down the street and I get to know them, be like, oh, I know that person. Or it's like, oh, I don't know that person. Maybe one day I will.
Yeah.
It doesn't take much to say hi to your neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's going to make us a stronger community. I think this can be one of the best neighborhoods in the city. I think we have to do some work to get there, but I think it's on its way.
I just had it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
What if we did like an Airbnb thing where people that live in the Haight swap with people that live in New Orleans?
I love that.
Like a little inside, right? A little jumping back and forth between the two joints.
Well, I think there's ways that we can make that happen. I mean, I think there's a lot of people that would love to come out here. And I think the first way for me that comes to mind is like, okay, well, let's reach out to some musicians, right?
Musicians, totally.
Yeah.
You play the joints that I play here in San Francisco, and I'll go play the joints you play
down
in New Orleans.
It could be like a residency. It's like, hey, you come out for a little bit, and like we're starting to do like bands on the street. So it's like, hey, do you want to do a residency here for a little bit? Because like I'm sure they probably want to come here in June and July when it's hot as fucking New Orleans. Where I want to go to New Orleans and be hot as fuck. Yeah.
Now, we might have to edit this out, but that just reminded me of something. I got to share this with everybody. I was in New Orleans. New Orleans is one of my favorite places. Being from here, I lived in New York, New Orleans, and here, kind of like the three. Chicago, I love too.
Home of blues.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the music thing.
Yeah.
But I was in New Orleans, I forget where, somewhere at a bar, having fun, meeting all the locals and whatever. And this girl and I were talking. I said, oh, God, and she had 2 cats. And I go, I love cats. She goes, oh, I do too. And and she goes, oh, and I love San Francisco. And I was like, well, what if I stayed in your place and took care of your cats and you stayed in San Francisco and took care of my cat?
Yeah.
And I said, we could start a new Airbnb. It's called Swappin' Pussy.
Sign me up.
On that note, here's my outro.
I think that should stay in. I love that idea.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Linda Kelly, Haight Street Voice Radio. We love y'all. Thank you, Peterson.
Yeah, bye, guys. That's actually a really good idea. I love that.
Swapping pussy.
Yeah, so good.